All right, guys, welcome back. Well, second race of the season coming right up here at Bahrain, and hopefully this is going to be turn out to be a much better drive than what we saw at Melbourne there, because well, for I wouldn't say whatever reason, obviously that McLaren is truly a dog of a car at this point here. No top speed, no engine power whatsoever. We knew all this. You know, this is not a surprise to anybody, and least of all me. So that's really no excuse here. I think basically the real problem is I've been out of this F1 loop for so long. I've just gotten flat out rusty, and hopefully this is going to be coming back to me this weekend here at Bahrain. Yeah, I'm not really sure whether or not we're going to be competitive, or rather I know we're not going to be competitive, but I am hoping for a top 10 to top 15 finish here today, because, well, obviously when you look at it, you know, there's a lot of straights on this track here, and top speed, you know, going flat out down the straights, that's going to make a whale of a difference here. I don't think there's too much we can do about that. So what we're going to be doing is, again, we're going to be trying to go for a increased downforce setup and see where that takes us. Well, we got the track acclimatization test coming right up here. Got to be scoring some points here. We're just going to be skipping through this. Everybody knows what this looks like by now, so there's really no reason to pay any special attention to this, so we're just going to be skipping right ahead to the interesting parts. Well, here we go, guys. Time for qualifying here at Bahrain, and just to summarize what happened during this weekend here, we were way off the target times yet again, and we're talking seconds here. I mean, I'm really not sure what to do here, guys. I might be so rusty at this game here that picking the McLaren was probably the worst thing I could have done. But then again, you know, if you're looking for a challenge, I guess we're in the right place right now, because this is definitely looking like it's going to be an uphill battle all throughout the season. I just hope that we can develop the car enough to be somewhere near competitive late in the season. And I'm not even sure when these guys are going to be when they're going to stop developing the current season car and concentrate on the 2017 car. Obviously, that's going to play in too. So, well, what we're going to be doing here is just we're going to be simming ahead, just accelerating time for a while. And as you can see, we got a bit of overcast going here, so the track really isn't all that hot. So supposedly, in terms of tire wear, that should be an advantage. But in terms of lap times and considering the McLaren, who's really lacking some engine power here, that might not be to our advantage, and we really need at this point all the help we can get. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Either way, we're just going to be accelerating time here and just hoping for the track to get rubbered in. We're going to be going out late and basically go do or die for 2 or 3 laps and see where that takes us. Well, here we go, guys, coming down the back straight. Our best time so far, 136. And looking at Nico Rosberg just hammering home a 132 here, that pretty much puts into perspective just how far off the pace we are here at Bahrain again. Dead last on the grid is what we're looking at right now, and I got a nasty feeling we're not going to be able to improve on that, at least not on this lap here. We're going to be staying out for an additional lap here just to see whether or not we might be able to squeeze into P21 or maybe even P20 with a little luck. But so far, things are not looking very good. Well, there you go, guys. Nico Rosberg on pole position, but look at us right there. I mean, almost a second and a half slower than Pascal Wehrlein in P21 right there in the Manor, and holy crap, this is going to be an uphill battle throughout the season. I'm not looking forward to the race, I got to tell you that. All right, well, here we go.
There's something in the Bahrain air tonight, and I'm not just talking about the sand. Our brightest minds have thrust their brightest ideas into the spotlight of the Sakhir circuit this evening as we look ahead once more to a Grand Prix that has thrilled us so consistently in the past. So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Nico Rosberg, and Kvyat, Verstappen, Massa, Bottas, and Nico Hülkenberg, Sainz, Alonso, Romain Grosjean, and Perez, Magnussen, Gutierrez, Marcus Ericsson, and Rio Haryanto, Palmer and Wehrlein, a McLaren, and Felipe Nasser starts from the back of the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
All right, guys, well, here we go. Let's have a look at the pit strategy here. We're not going to be going with the super softs here today. We're going to go for a two-stopper, starting on the medium and 2 stints on the soft compound. See how that works out. All right, guys, well, here we go. As you can see, we're up in a P21. That's because Nasser was handed some sort of penalty. I'm not sure what for. All right, getting out of the gate nicely here. A little bit of fishtailing, but, oh, man, Nasser, like a bat out of hell, he just, the entire field is just pulling away from me right now. What can I do? All right, trying to go down the inside of somebody here. Old-fashioned dive bomb here, neck and neck with Alonso here coming out of turn 1. I'm sure he didn't expect that, and there's contact here heading into turn 2. The two McLarens almost putting each other off the track there, and I got a penalty coming up unless I give the position right back here. I'm not sure what that was for. All right, Grosjean passing us down the outside here, trying to go down the inside, maintaining P14 here. Very good start so far. Might not have been the cleanest start in the history of F1, but we'll take this one for sure. And, oh, man, just look at Grosjean there. He's already pulling away. Everybody's pulling away. What the Oh, this is a joke of a car. All right. Focus. Don't do anything stupid right now. Just stay with these guys and look for an opportunity to just lock in the inside front. And coming out on the short DRS straight. Obviously, it's going to be no DRS on the opening lap right there. But we got Alonso right behind us. He's on the medium compound as well. We got Grosjean ahead of us, who started on the super softs. So if we can somehow find a way to stick with this guy, just lose the back end here coming through the left-hander. And right now, we're not doing a very good job of sticking with him. But if we could, he's going to have to make an extra stop, I would have to assume. So that would be good news in terms of finishing position here. But coming back down the back straight here, sort of starting to lose contact with the guys right ahead of us there. And there's a bit of a line forming behind us. So deja vu as to what happened at Melbourne and these long straights in this Honda engine. I mean, not much of a recipe for success, is it? All right, well, lap 1 status here, P14 after starting at P21. Looking pretty good so far, all things considered. Coming down the back straight here, as you can see, we got Gutierrez all over us from behind here. Bit of unclean racing here so far. Trying to keep this guy behind us. He's going to try and hang it around the outside here, going neck and neck into the final turn here. Coming out on the main straight. We managed to keep him behind us momentarily, at least, as we are currently wedged in between the two Haas cars here. Both of these guys starting on the super softs. And right now, Gutierrez apparently lost some time there. Failing that overtake there heading into the turn, and I'm not sure whether or not we forced him off track there. I was focusing on just keeping the car on the track myself there, but remaining in P14 here on lap 3. Lap 5 coming out on the short DRS straight. DRS is now available, and we got Gutierrez all over us from behind there. He's got the more powerful engine. He's got DRS, but he's not in a position to make a move, a successful move, that is. Trying to look down the inside there. We almost lose the car there coming out of the turn as the back end wants to skid. But managing to keep Gutierrez behind us here for the moment, and I got a feeling it's going to look nasty here coming down the back straight. We're going to have to try and defend from this guy here. He's going to have a look down the inside here, heading into the final turn there. Looking down the inside, and Gutierrez making the move stick here. We go for the switch over and going side by side, neck and neck here, coming out of the turn, down the main straight, and we don't have DRS or anything like that. It's going to be difficult enough to hang with Gutierrez at this point. Just slipstreaming this guy here, but I don't think we're going to be in a position to make a move here heading into turn 1. We got Ericsson trying to go down the outside of us there, coming from behind there, and Gutierrez, as you can see right now, is pulling away as we are down into P13. We've got cars into pit at this point here, so it's not like we've been overtaking anybody. It's been all about defending our position, and right now, Gutierrez got the better of us. Jumping ahead to lap 7 here, as you can see at the tire status here, we are really putting some hurting on the fronts, especially the front right. And this being the medium compound, we really wanted these tires to last for a bit longer than this, but I've not been racing very cleanly. and my tire wear is definitely punishing me for that right now. And as you can see there, Ericsson easily going by us on the back straight here. We got Haryanto behind us now. We're up into P11, but again, this is only due to the fact that we've already had cars in the pit. Ericsson is going in to make his first pit stop right now. We got DRS, no slipstreaming though, so at this point here, it's going to be all about defending from Haryanto here, heading into turn 1. We're up into P7 here, getting a sniff of the points, but all of that obviously is going to change as we make our first pit stop, and that is not going to be all that far off. Lap 10, heading into the pits there. That front left was just about to puncture on us there. I mean, the tire wear is insane on the front left on this track, especially with the setup apparently that I'm running here. So that's another challenge, another wrench thrown into the works right here. Tire wear is all over the place on this McLaren here, and my driving is not helping matters much. Rejoining the track here right behind the two Renaults, just bumping wheels with Magnussen heading into turn 1 as Palmer gets by us here, as we're all on the soft compound at the moment here. I'm not really sure what kind of pit strategy that the two Renaults are running here, but we're into P21 right now, P20 that is, so 2 places away from dead last. I guess that's an improvement. And coming out on the main straight here, as you can see, Julian Palmer pulling away nicely here. We're not going to have the benefit of DRS or tucking into his slipstream on the straight, and we got our hands full with his teammate Kevin Magnussen here, just blowing by us on the straight here. He's got DRS obviously, but please, come on guys, this is a Renault, all right? It's not a Ferrari, it's not a Mercedes, it's, yeah, what to do here, I'm not really sure. All right, well, it's going to be all about hanging with Magnussen at this point here. We cannot let this guy get away. We are still in P20 as we only got, I think it's the 2 Saubers behind us at this point here. This time coming down the main straight here with DRS right on the exhaust of Magnussen. We're going to have a look down the inside here, heading into turn 1, making the move stick, locking up the inside right there, heading neck and neck into turn 2, and trying to hang it around the outside. We're unable to do so as Magnussen comes right back, as we got a nice fight going here for P19 at the moment. Gonna have a look down the inside here, heading into turn 3, and making the move stick here. Again, side by side, coming out of the turn, we managed to get the better of Magnussen this time around. Jumping to lap 13, gonna switch to 14 now. As you can see there, Magnussen coming down the inside of us there. We have no reply for that, but not only that, Haryanto, also with the benefit of DRS, is gonna take advantage of this and go down the inside of us here. And man, this McLaren really needs a new engine there. I guess we already knew that. It's not a surprise, but come on. Lap 15, one more time, out on the main straight. Seemingly everything we do is on the main straight here. Inexplicably, we managed to hang with these guys here. Haryanto trying to make a move down the inside of Magnussen, or is he going to think the better of it? He's thinking the better of it. We're going to be making a move down the inside of Haryanto, heading into turn 1, making a move stick as we are back into P18, and the crowd goes wild, or not. Jumping ahead to lap 18 here, haven't been in to make our second pit stop. We are currently duking it out with Felipe Nasser, who is in P22 at the moment here, trying not to finish last this time around. Obviously, the pit stops and everything is probably going to shake things up a little more. But as you can see there, we got Felipe Nasser on the medium compound here, meaning he does not have an additional pit stop to make. He's probably going to be going to the end. Obviously, he's not going to be making an additional stop. Neither are we, but we are on the soft compound here, meaning if we don't take care of our tires, we could be in for a load of trouble here on the dying laps of the race. Jumping right ahead to lap 26 here, still duking it out with Felipe Nasser for P21 right now, that is. We've advanced the position, and I'm not really sure what happened there, but somebody must have had an accident, gone into pit. Disaster strikes here, heading through the sweeping right-hander. There goes our front left. A puncture, and pretty much what I fear would happen just did, as we did not manage our tires very well here today, and yeah, not too much we can do about this. This is not looking to be a very good season for us so far. We've got 2 races in the books here, 2 DNFs, and I guess right now we're probably looking at being sacked pretty soon. Holy crap.
Now Now let's
And there you have it, guys. Lewis Hamilton taking the win here today ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Daniel Ricciardo rounding off the podium in third. And Nico Rosberg finishing all the way down in P5. I'm not sure what's up with that. Kimi Räikkönen squeezing into P4. And Fernando Alonso, our teammate, finishing in P16. And yet again, we do not manage to finish the race here. We absolutely, desperately need that to change. Guys, I could use all the advice you got for me here. I am in the dark. I am unsure what to do. Been out of the loop for way too long here. I need some help. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to leave a like or subscribe to this channel for more F1 2016 action. And I'll be back soon enough. Bye-bye.